stuff. I'm muted again, like always. Why don't I start off with my mic being muted, right? So I just muted that volume because it was getting really repetitive. But I hope you guys like that background montage, highlight, whatever you want to call it, made by yours truly, Logan, Giant Zone Production. So make sure you go check out his channel and you'll see a bunch of highlights on there. Anyways, I know it's been a long time since you guys seen me live, since you guys had a video on this channel. It's been 13 days to be exact. And I've been going through a lot of stuff in my personal life, but beyond that, we had a pretty legit draft, and I just wanted to get a couple of the guys on here to recap it. First off, I just wanted to say welcome and thank you for everybody for being here. What's up, Slay? What's up, G Nation? What's up, Kayla? Let's get it. I'm gonna open up the phone lines in right now, and you guys can get in as well, and we'll just have a big roundtable discussion about the draft. Also, too, shout out to Classified with Joe. Me and him is going to have a full breakdown of every pick here live on Wednesday. It's probably going to be 10 o'clock Pacific and 1 o'clock Eastern. So check your local time zone, see where you're at, and catch me and Classified here on this channel, breaking it down fully, deep diving. So that being said, let's get the panel on. The link is right there if any of you guys want to join in. And thank you guys so much for being here. Miz is running late, so I'm gonna hold it down with Jeff. I'm gonna hold it down with Logan and Adam. Just call back. I know you was backstage for a minute. So what's up, guys? And thank you so much for being on.
It was the little the mute at the beginning part of the new intro that's coming out?
Bro, I was like, it was so fire too. Like, it was so perfect. And then I looked down. I'm like, oh, that's right. I muted my mic. And I totally forgot. But yes. What's up, everybody? And thank you so much for being here. Let's get it. What's up, Adam? What's up, Adrian? What's up, G Nation? What's up, Jeff?
Good to see everybody in the chat.
Alrighty, so let's begin by just going over the players that we did draft. We'll run through it real fast, and then we'll just open it up for full-on discussion as we add big play slate to the stream. So in the first round, the fifth pick overall, everybody knows what we took. We took Kayvon out of Oregon. We took Evan Neal at the 7th pick. We took Wandel Robinson at our 43rd pick after trading down twice. We got Joshua at 67 in the 3rd. We got Cordell Flaunt, cornerback out of LSU at pick number 81. We got Daniel Bellinger, tight end out of San Diego State at 112. Dane at 114. Micah at 146. DJ at 147. Marcus at 173. And Darian at 182. I kind of fast forwarded down because, I mean, like the draft that's what such Giants fans been watching over the past couple of days. So I don't need to bore you guys to death reading all the names you guys already know.
Don't forget about those undrafted picks too. Don't forget about those undrafted guys we got.
Jeff, thank you so much for reminding me. We had a bunch of undrafted guys. So 12. That being said,
12 actually 13. 13. We just signed another one today. We signed a wide receiver today, so I think it's 13.
Let's get it. So why don't
Zon, any player that's in the later rounds that got picked by the Giants, I got you. This year I did a lot of research.
He knows who he picks, but
on a lot of players, I did a lot of research this year.
Nice.
I do a lot of research on the Eagles research.
Since the Eagles fan is here, what's up, Bills? Thank you so much for joining in.
Yes.
Since the Eagles fan is here, we have to just give a shout out to the Eagles organization. I know Giants fans are going to kill me for saying that, but to go out and be aggressive and Howie Rosen to go out and to grab a receiver like AJ Brown, just shows the support that they want to build the team around the quarterback in Jalen Hurts, and they want to do the exact same thing that we're trying to find out with Daniel Jones. And also, too, shout out to the other New York team, the New York Jets. Absolutely stole the first round. You know, trading back in, being aggressive, and getting Jermaine Johnson after he fell all the way down to where they picked him. And shout out to the Ravens also grabbing Tyler where they got Tyler, and also grabbing Hamilton. The best safety in the draft. And yes, you can also count to the Lions. And now if you look at the Lions, man, can we just start there? I know this is Giant stream, but let's just start with the Lions, man. They have Swift at running back. They have Hawkinson at tight end. They have obviously is going to be one of the best left tackles in the game in Penisula. He's going to be a Pro Bowler one day, okay? Now look who they grab.
Isn't Decker going to be the left tackle?
Yeah. They also got Frank Ragnow. They got
Penisula's the left guard.
DJ Chark. They got DJ Chark, Amon-Ra St.
He plays guard. I'm sorry, I said tackle, but he plays guard.
Jamison Williams.
That being said, man, the Lions are putting together themselves a nice, pretty decent roster. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions actually get to 500 next year.
They don't have a quarterback yet.
They're saying that lightly. They don't have a quarterback, but what they do have they do have a quarterback that been to a championship game in the Super Bowl. I know that doesn't really count, but when you put a team around that guy, he has shown that he could be a good game manager.
Right.
And that being said, they do need a quarterback. They do need to grab one next year because I don't think Jared Goff is the be all end all. But we'll see what happens with that. And thank you so much.
I don't know if they
Chris,
want to finish
for
500.
I gotta say one thing.
I wouldn't want to finish 500 if I were them. I would want to be competitive, but find a way to not, because you're gonna have to give up the farm to get these quarterbacks, right? And if you're not gonna be good next year, like playoff worthy good, you might as well try to be in there to get your quarterback. This is why I keep saying about Giant fans is like, be careful what you wish for, because you get 8 or 9 wins, you're not going to get CJ Stroud or Thaddeus Young or any of the good quarterbacks you deem that could replace Daniel Jones. Now, maybe you're keeping Daniel Jones. I don't think so, but regardless of what his season is. So it's a little tricky for me. I want them to be good, but then again, are you going to be good to mortgage the farm?
That is true.
The Lions do have a nice
talk about. Go ahead.
The Lions do have a nice. The Lions do have a nice core that they're starting to build. I mean, they have Penei Sewell at right tackle. They got Taylor Decker at left tackle. They got Ragnow. They got a solid offensive line. Their wide receiver core is coming together with Jamison Williams, Armand St. Brown, and then obviously Amara St. Brown. And then
you know what he means,
very
Jeff.
much. Yeah. And then obviously DJ Chark that they picked up in free agency, plus Hawkinson is one of the best tight ends in football, and then you got Swift. It's just the whole team in the offense is going to be put on what's going to happen with Jared Goff, but their defense is still not. I mean, I know they got Hutchinson, but their defense still needs a little bit of work. I think their defense is still a work in progress. Go ahead, Slay.
No, I was just gonna say, and speaking of the draft, I like the Giants draft. I'm gonna be honest. To the people that
let's get it.
Yeah, to the people that
that's the guy I plugged at the beginning of the show. If you guys don't know Classified with Joe, you're living under a rock. That's Classified with Joe. Go sub to his channel. Make sure Logan, if you don't mind, the link. Logan's like one of the best mods in the business, man. And like again, I said at the beginning of this video, that was his whole intro that he made on his channel. So go check out Logan's as well. But if you can drop some links, that's the guy I'm gonna do the full breakdown with, guys. If you don't know who Classified with Joel is, go sub him up and sub to all these amazing content creators here on stream. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, Slay. Back to you.
No, I mean, I didn't want to interrupt. This is a Giant stream, right? But the thing is, I have to say, man, the people that are dogging on Wandel Robinson just really don't know what the player is about. And I liked your explanation the other day, Zion. I think you gave a good assessment on not Amon St. Brown. I'm thinking about the Lions. Khalif Raymond, not them, not the Lions. Fucking Wandel Robinson, my bad. Wandel Robinson, I felt like that was a good pick for you guys. I gotta say, he looks like Sterling Shepard and Stephon Diggs for some odd reason. But Wandel Robinson, that's a great pick. You're gonna use him in pre-snap motion, the RPO. He gives you good flexibility at the receiver position, and then what he can do for you at what he did in the SEC is crazy good. Like, he has this crazy talent, and if you utilize the guy right, he's gonna be a dog in the league.
Listen,
and you watch out for that guy.
I think I'll be a guy who retorts on this because I was one of the guys who.
Well, let's get it. I think you guys go sub up to Taj as well. My bad, Adam. Continue.
I think I'm one of the guys who's had kind of a little skeptical nature and view of him. So I would like to retort, and that is, I don't mind what he did in the SEC. I think he's a good player. My thing is when you talk about value of a player and the guys that were on the board at the same time, if you look at it, right, you could have had a lot better players and still maybe got a similar type of play. The Sky Moore was on the board. All right. Where did Sky Moore go? Guess where he went? Kansas City. Right. So he does everything that this kid does. Kansas City, which we got a coach from Kansas City. I would have loved to take Sky Moore there. And I know that maybe he's not as fast as Wandel Robinson, but that kid does exactly what we need and is a good route runner. Wandel Robinson's not a great route runner. He can run. He can run some slants, some posts. Great. And then you say, oh, put him in motion, make him a gadget player. I don't have time for a gadget player. We have one of those.
Real
I
fast,
need a guy.
Adam, special plug right here. If you guys need help with IT, or you just want to learn more about it and get educated, get some knowledge, make sure you go sub up to Bill Big Bald Azure Guy. He goes everything. He it's so complicated I wouldn't even know where to begin. Just check out his channel if you want to. Continue, Adam. I'm sorry.
Basically, what I'm saying is that I don't hate the pick or Wandel Robinson. I'm just skeptical about small guys as well as guys that I know that were on the board that can do the same thing. Now, people are going to counter and say, well, that's what Dable wanted. He wanted this guy. Great. I get it. But sometimes the obvious choice is the right choice, right? Guess what? What happened at 5 and 7? We took the obvious choice. Right, those two guys were obviously some of the best players left on the board. You're not just going to pass up, KT because of a few rumors. That was if the Giants had taken, maybe Jermaine Johnson or Charles Cross or something like that with Evan Neal on the board, we probably are going, man, I probably would have taken Evan Neal. Right? This guy, Wandel Robinson, we had George Pickens on the board. We had Sky Moore on the board. We had Alex Pierce. We had a safety that we could have taken in that round. I'm just saying, for me, for the value, to me, I'm not really. I look at this guy, I'm impressed, but okay, we have Kadarius Toney and Shepard on the roster already.
I mean,
Real fast. We're gonna get into that, but let's just read Kayla's comment. I'm really starting to love our tight ends picks. Great blocking, just need development and route running, and he can become a huge red zone threat. I absolutely agree. Right. You guys can continue.
I was just gonna say, to your point, Adam. I mean, I agree with you. I don't think you're wrong. It's just that I feel like with Robinson, it really doesn't matter about the valued pick. It's just about what he can bring to that offense, and what he can bring to that offense is what you're looking for. So it just makes too much sense.
No, I get it. He's Isaiah McKenzie clone, and that's why Dable wanted him, right? And I'm sure Dable and Joe Shane didn't blindly throw, darts at a dartboard and be like, oh, we'll pick this receiver. That's not what I'm saying. I think they traded down in the second round for somebody. The guy got taken in front of him that they wanted, and then they went with this guy as, we'll use him. But I'm just thinking there's guys that do similar skill sets who are better players in their college careers than this guy who the first thing I hear out of Mel Kiper's mouth is, oh, he's going to be doing gadget plays. I'm like, well, I don't need a guy doing gadget plays. And then I can listen to Bobby Skinner because he did a great breakdown. And one of the things he said his weakness was he didn't know the route tree. Okay, so I got a guy right now who's not polished, who has to be in motion, and who has to be a gadget type player to get on the field. And the other factors is he plays special teams. I need a guy who's going to come in here and steal reps from Sterling Shepard, from Kenny Galladay, from even Kadarius Toney, because right now we have nobody under contract long term, and I don't want a redundancy in receivers. That's all.
As Blue City says, can someone please give my Cub Justin Ross a chance? Like, what the hell?
I'll tell you why he's not getting a chance. I'll tell you why he's not getting signed right now, because whatever happened with that serious back injury he had a couple of years ago, teams are afraid to take a chance on him because he's not the same player he might have been when he was before.
No, he was kind of born with it. It's not even a thing that teams are worried about for now. He was fucking like used. He had that when he was a kid. So it's more about a concern of if it happens again, what is going to be the main outcome?
It's a major liability. That's what you're saying.
Teams are afraid to take a chance on it.
Well, I mean, saying if he's an undrafted free agent, I'll take a chance on that guy rather than a drafted player. I get the drafted because you're investing some capital and stuff like that. You have to sign him. If he comes in and doesn't make your ball club, there's no harm, no foul. If he comes in and destroys it, well, then you got a guy and you play him. I mean, I get it. I don't know. There might be more to it, but if he's cleared to play, he should be on someone's roster.
Says Chris.
He was talking with the New York Giants before. There was a report that he was in discussions with the Giants to try to sign him, but I guess they never got it completed. So he's right now just deciding on what team he wants to sign with at the moment. Yes. Could still be the Giants.
Yes. Well, if somebody has a better situation.
Be super legit, super happy. Your team just had one of the best drafts of their history. That's just me being obnoxious because I don't know the Jets' history. But you guys had an amazing draft. So
the Jets got Breece Hall. The Jets got Breece Hall, Jermaine Johnson. They got who else? Jake Ferguson in the 5th round, 4th round.
Arguably the best cornerback. Arguably the best receiver. trading
almost got
aggressively
the
back
best
in to get
defense,
Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: the Jets, what they did is they got a whole lot of
Market unrealistic.
playmakers. They got a
Couldn't
whole lot of
have more
playmakers on that
perfect draft.
offense to try and see how to get the most out of a Zach Wilson. They want to see what Zach Wilson can do this year, so they got him a whole bunch of playmakers and try to upgrade that offensive line. You notice they didn't even take a tackle either because they're going to try to see what they can get out of Mekhi Becton in his third year.
I mean, they kind of already got a tackle though. They don't need to get another tackle.
Right there.
What's up, AK?
What's up, AK?
Oh, what's up?
I
What's
do want to get your reaction on still in the receiver in the draft. The best receiver didn't even get drafted. The best receiver got picked up by the Philadelphia Eagles, and is now the best receiver in the NFC East in AJ Brown. My friend, how do you feel about that?
Dude, I was very, very happy about it. I know a lot of people were bitching over the offseason here about not getting a veteran in here, and it shows the lack of trust we have in Hurts. Well, hey, they did it now, so now it's all up to Hurts to see what he can do. They've done something for this kid that we don't normally do for most quarterbacks, and that's put people around them. So it's all right there in front of you. Now you just got to take it. It's that simple.
Hey man, I told you we were gonna get Nakobe Dean. I told you.
That's why.
Hey,
I told him, man, we were gonna get Nakobe Dean. No one listened to me, man.
Well, I love that pick for you guys, and I'm scared because Jordan Davis is going to be eating up blockers. So all that guy's going to have to do is run through gaping holes to make tackles. So
yeah, they got big guys on that defensive line. Milton Williams. They still got Cox. They still got Hargrave, and then you add in this giant monster, Jonathan Davis. I mean, they got a beefed up defensive line.
You got Riddick now too.
Yep.
There you go. It's another one too. Go ahead, Raph.
Yeah, I was talking about the NFL draft, but can you guys hear me clearly?
No, I mean I can hear you, but it's just that his
kind of sounds like an AM radio, but you're fine, bro.
Yeah, it's chippy.
You're fine. We can hear you, man.
Oh, hold on a minute.
You're fine.
You're fine, Ralph. I'm praying to the football gods. Someone pick up Justin Ross. Yeah, like homie said, he's picking between multiple teams. Like Chris Bucco, maybe he is.
He'll get signed.
He'll get signed.
I tweeted to him and I added him. I told him, whoever gets you, you're gonna be a baller wherever you go.
Wait. Ross didn't get drafted?
He didn't get drafted.
No, he's undrafted. Nobody signed him yet.
What?
Yeah.
Back issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, spinal issues.
Oh.
And he didn't get surgery in 2020.
Yeah, he was always born with that.
I know all about that, so yeah, I feel you.
Absolutely.
Yes, good. Well said, Big Fridge.
Talking to Giants. Let's get it. Yeah. So how do you guys feel? I know you guys probably been going over a lot of different streams, but your honest thoughts on your first reaction. First off, shout out to, I believe his name is Sam. I could be wrong, but man, did that guy bring the energy, and man, did he have an excellent way to begin our next journey with this football team, of having him announce the 5th pick and just the energy he brought. And when we drafted Kayvon, I just wanted to know, what was your guys' first initial reaction, and how did you guys feel about that?
When we drafted Kayvon?
When we drafted Kayvon, and then follow through with how's your guys' thoughts when we drafted Neal?
Jubilation, excitement. Can't believe it actually happened. We pulled off the heist of the century. What other type of phrases and words you could say about that? I mean, just excitement. We just brought in a guy that is an absolute difference maker with a big, huge personality, and just feels like he's going to slot right in and fit right in with this fan base. He's going to fit right in with this organization. He's going to fit in with this whole New York environment. So, I mean, I think this guy is going to be an absolute baller, and he's going to be going out there, and he's going to be commanding the double teams. That's going to help out other guys on that defensive line. And then, I mean, with Evan Neal, the guy's a road grader. He's a mountain of a man. He's a monster on that right side. He immediately plugs in a hole that we have not been able to plug on that right tackle position since Kareem McKenzie during the Super Bowl years. So we've been able to just put him out there. You have Andrew Thomas on the other side, and you don't have to worry about you shouldn't have to worry about anybody coming off the edges with those two guys blocking on the outside. So, I mean, as any Giants fan has to be absolutely thrilled to what we got, being able to pick arguably the two best players in the entire draft.
I do
Check
like how
mic 1 2.
he's. Oh yeah, your mic works fine. We're gonna give you
Yes.
back the mic in just a moment, but real fast, let's just get through this question, Raphael. I do like how his zen he is. When he talks with a lot of confidence, and he carries himself really well. Some people may hate it, some people may love it. I absolutely love it. Let's get Adam takes on it.
I have to agree with Kayla on this. He is like Odell. I said it recently in a pod. I've heard other people say it. He's the Odell of defense. When we got Kayvon Thibodeau, I don't normally get excited about picks. I yelled at the top of my
Yes.
lungs like, "Woo!"
Yes.
You know, like wow, like this guy was a dream
yes,
scenario.
you and Chris.
And he fell right to us, and I'm like, wow. And then you got Evan Neal, who I also thought was a dream because remember these guys were supposed to be 1 and 2 in the draft, right? And we got him at 5 and 7.
Yes.
Arguably the two best players in the draft, and we got him at 5 and 7 because somebody was an idiot and decided to say Kayvon Thibodeau doesn't work hard. Well, guess what? That guy in all of his interviews and on that stage showed me a guy that is ready to ball out. Is ready to prove the NFL wrong. Oh, you guys want to talk shit? Okay, you put me in the biggest city.
Let's get it. Thank you, my man.
You put me in the biggest city with the biggest chip on my shoulder. I'm coming for y'all. So I'm going out on a limb right now, and I'm saying right now, defensive rookie of the year. That's who he's going to be.
I love it. Sign me up. Logan, Raphael, big play, AK. Any thoughts?
I know how Logan felt.
Well,
I know.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. But
take the mic, Ralph. Take the mic.
all right, so I'm taking the mic, but I'm not gonna rap it. I'm just gonna do my opinion about the draft. So I think that the New York Giants had hit the jackpot with two amazing players in the draft, which is the college player, which is Kayvon Thibodeau, and then of course even Neal. Because after all these years, I'm struggling because they had to the defense is also bad about the last season right here. But I think that it changed a lot about it. So they just hit right that because I just loved it. And the reason that I just look about the blockbuster trade of AJ Brown to the Tennessee Titans to the Philadelphia Eagles, that was the shocking moment that I was unforgettable about it. So that was my first time on watching the NFL draft because as you might know, some people know, some people don't know because I'm from South America, which is in Barquisimeto, Venezuela, and I understood one by little about the American football, which is the NFL, and I have some great content creators that help me out to understand what is a quarterback, also the stats of the teams, and also different debates about topics about some different teams. But I think that BPS is very happy about the trade of AJ Brown, and of course they have Nakobe Dean, which is a perfect opinion, a perfect choice to the draft right here. So you can call me crazy, but I can smell a conference championship between New York Giants versus Philadelphia Eagles.
Yo, damn.
Real fast, and let me just get to this real fast. Kayvon Thibodeau said in his interview that it's his dream to play for New York Giants. Also, a fun fact: Thibodeau actually grew up as a Giants fan. I like that.
Raphael, from your words, from your lips to God's ears, but can we at least see our team get to 500 and get over 500 before we think about going to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
But seriously, if that ever happens, you won't hear any complaints from any of us. Continue.
Go ahead, Tsvi.
I was just gonna say, I arguably feel like you got the best player in the class with Kayvon. I'm sorry, from what I've seen from Kayvon, he is the best player in the class, and I love Hutchinson. I love Stingley. I've always been a huge Stingley fan. Logan knows this. He was one of my favorite players that I watched. He could have been one of the best players in the class, which he is, but Kayvon is the best.
You know what I'm scared of, though? I'm scared of offside penalties. I think honestly, it's the NFL, so the kid has to improve. I'm not going to give him the GOAT title just yet. But his first step is so fast
His rip move.
That
His
I'm so
rip move
scared
is
of.
Exactly.
They might throw offsides, thinking he went
his bull
offsides. It's
rush.
like no, he did not go offsides. Like so you know how the referees try to always fuck us over some way or another. Sorry for my choice of words there, but they do. So I
Nah,
wouldn't
you're
be
fine.
surprised if we get in some offsides penalties. You know what I'm saying?
His rip move and his bull rush stance is one of the best in the class. I think it might be the best. Like I understand, like how when you get into that three
Call it New
technique,
York Giants versus New York Jets Super
the
Bowl.
way Hutchinson rushes, it's fine as hell. Like the dude, he attacks, but Kayvon is on another level with that bull rush.
And just to go off one more point, I mean, Miz brought it up on a stream that we did yesterday. Kayvon Thibodeau is probably the best pick the New York Giants made, but Evan Neal is probably the most important pick that we've made because of the absolute need that we have needed on the offensive line.
Yeah,
Both of them are
absolutely.
great picks, but Evan Neal was by far the most needed pick because we really need to get a true evaluation of Daniel Jones. And Evan Neal is a perfect guy to throw in there, so at least Daniel Jones isn't running for his life every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I would
Continue.
say Evan Neal has better mechanics than Aquanu. From what I've seen, he has better pro mechanics than Aquanu, and I feel like he's gonna be more pro ready. Aquanu is just more raw.
I would also add today, like I said on Premium Takes yesterday. If you guys don't know what that is, you guys got to check out Premium Takes. It's me, Jeff, Max, and Adam's show. We both tape between channels. Yesterday's episode was on Mac channel, so make sure you guys go check it out. When you look at Andrew Thomas, he played hurt last year. You know what I'm saying? So, the matter of fact, he wasn't 100%, and no NFL player is ever 100%. But in a matter of 2 to 3 years, we might have the best tackles in the NFL. Like no joke, with Andrew Thomas and Evan Neal. If they improve and if they get better and where they're supposed to be, if everything works out to plan, we could have a solid offensive line here in the next couple of years.
We could have two of the best pass rushers too, with Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau. That as well.
Too. We got Azeez and Kayvon with Williams and Dexter. Like that is scary. It all starts up front. It all starts in the trenches. And the fact of the matter is, we really did a good job. So shout out to Joe Shane and the organization. Shout out to Ryan Dable and the coaching staff. I mean, like you guys are setting up success. If we look at the Dallas Cowboys, right? We look at the Philadelphia Eagles. What's one thing that separated them apart of the rest of our division for a while?
Offensive line.
Trenches.
Absolutely.
That's what.
It's all about the defense.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of Howie Roseman's press conference or have seen it.
Yes,
I don't think
I heard
because
about
you all
that,
are
yes.
Giants fans. Y'all shouldn't even be watching anything Eagles related. But
Well, I'm not just a fan of the NFL, so if something happens, I'm
and
I
if
do.
you
I watch Eagles stuff all the time. You got to study your opponents.
I mean, and I
Jeff.
don't blame you for that. It's just how
absolutely, they're all gonna feast Kayla, and I agree with you 100%. He will win rookie. Let's get it. Hopefully, continue, Slay.
No, I was just gonna say, Howie Roseman in his press conference yesterday said he always starts off defensive line, offensive line. It's just a given for him.
That's one thing you gotta respect about, like, as much as we hate them, like you gotta respect that about Dallas. Like they're always looking to improve that line, like no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I didn't do that much studying, so everybody was saying that was a really good pick of Dallas. I didn't know who that guy was, but
Tyler Smith, that was a damn good pick.
I got a question for Slay. I got a question for Slay and AK. What are you guys going to be doing with what are you guys going to be doing with Jalen Rager? And what are you guys going to be doing with Dylan?
No.
I got a question.
Meet the background, Miz.
What are you guys going to be doing with Jalen Rager and Andre Dillard? Are you guys planning on trading them or letting them go?
You want to take that again?
I don't give a shit what we do with them.
Just basically for the Lions, Fridge. But yes, you have to admit, Washington's defensive line been absolutely getting better, and you're absolutely 100 on that. But Young, I forget his. I don't know why Chase Young. I don't know why I slaughtered his name right now. But yeah,
I mean, I was just mentioning that because I mean the Eagles also have an abundance of tackles now, and they also obviously have an abundance of receivers, getting Pascal and getting obviously A.J. Brown. So, I mean, a guy like Jalen Rager, who was supposed to be their top 3 guy eventually, right now, is getting bumped all the way down to the bottom of the depth chart. So I figured if they're going to maybe cut him or try to get any type of value for him. So I mean,
What's up,
that's why,
man?
wondering
What's up,
how you
man?
guys.
I hear we have him on the trade block. Whether or not we get something for him is yet to remain to be seen. But you know what? In all honesty, man, I don't give a shit what happens to him as long as he ain't wearing my jersey when the start of the year comes.
I don't blame you.
Feel
That's
that.
how we feel about Darius Slayton. We feel the same way about Darius Slayton.
Send this
We
out.
just
I
try to
feel
get
that
rid of him.
1000%.
I have another question for all these Eagles. How about of the undrafted Clemson, which is
Mario Goodrich.
Mario
Yeah,
Mario
Mario
Goodson?
Goodrich.
Because in my opinion, right now, the Eagles did not draft a cornerback this year, but no other than Darius Slay, the slot corner up onto Matters. They only last year 4-round pick, Zach McPherson, and guys like Mike McCain, Derek Gowen, and Gary Vincent Jr. So it's a good choice to draft Mario Goodrich and get the opportunity to make the 53-man roster this summer.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I really feel he'll have a chance. I believe our CB2 is going to be between Tay Gowan, McPherson, and um, the guy, who you were talking about just from now from
Mario
Clemson.
Goodrich.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be the young guys get the chance this year. Um, I really think the one free agent though that a lot of people are overlooking is Kennedy from Oklahoma. Man,
Kennedy Brooks, I agree with.
I really think Kennedy Brooks is going to be a very very good pickup for us. This kid has really good vision. He's got really good speed. He's very powerful. There's a lot to like about this kid. So
Hmm I
Speaking
watched
of
him a lot.
undrafted free agents,
Yeah, I watched
Smart.
Kennedy Brooks a lot at Oklahoma.
What up,
Like, I love
Logan?
his vision. I love the fact, and you just pointed that out, his vision and his impact, like off that second level. Once he's just running toe to toe with the offensive lineman, he's a big boy, man. When he's on that field,
I'll be back, guys.
just showing
speaking of
good.
undrafted free agents for us Giants fans, Miz, you showed me the video before. Jay Sean Corbin, the running back out of Florida State. This
Yes.
kid could be a
Beast.
guy that could be a steal of an undrafted free agent. This kid's got explosiveness, can go right up the middle. He can even take the wheel route. He goes out on pass routes really well. I like this kid. This is actually I think this is my favorite besides Austin Allen, the tight end of Nebraska. I think this kid's got a really good shot because we don't have a north-south running back on this roster currently, with Barkley being more of that jump cut slashing running back on the side, and Burrito is probably going to be more of a receiving back, if anything. Brightwell's probably more of a
Cheating and having a
special teams
chocolate.
guy. So I think that this kid Corbin could actually be a guy that could sneak onto the back end of the roster and maybe be that north-south bruising running back that we have needed on this team for a couple of years.
Right.
Yes, please.
Well-
The mic is yours, Miz. Take it and roll. Let's get it. And thank you so much for giving me the stream tonight. If y'all don't know, Miz is going to go live on his channel. He called me up. I called him up, and we ended up going live on my channel. So if you guys don't know, go sub up to the Miz. One of my best mans on here. Like, we do a lot of stuff together. He was one of the first persons I actually met doing this YouTube thing. So make sure you guys go hit him up. And the mic is yours, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael's your guys. I'm just a guest.
You need chocolate.
No.
Please go.
What
Fire
I'm
it up.
saying is, actually, the Eagles had a very good draft, and the Giants had a real good draft, and the Jets, because Puko's in the chat, Jets probably had the greatest draft I've ever seen the Jets have.
That's funny.
And so, man, for months I was saying Kayvon Gibbs is the lion of this draft. I never changed my mind. I was ecstatic when we got him. I can't put the video out there because I get in trouble. But I went absolutely. I went ape shit. Pat got to see it. He wanted to put it up on his show. I told him you can't. But I was like a kid, like a 9-year-old on Christmas, man, because I really couldn't believe that the guy got to us at 5. I never thought it would happen. But whatever. Things happen. It was meant to be. And I like what I'm hearing out of him. So hopefully he brings what he talks about. And obviously, Evan Neal was a monster piece that we needed badly. Like, the Giants have a real good O-line. But I don't even want to talk about the top 2 because we already know about the top 2. But, The kid Joshua that we got from North Carolina is a hell of a blocking guard, man. That was a big pickup by us. And there's a good players. That the kid Robinson is like another Kadarius Toney
Tell us
2.0.
about him, because I was so like confused. I wasn't mad, obviously. Who can be mad at them after the first day? And I was like, why? But why? And then the more I started researching the kid and really learning who he is, I like it. I like it.
Robinson is gonna be a dog, bro. Robinson is
bro.
gonna be an animal.
In the
I'm
slot.
gonna hate playing him in the future. I'm really hate playing that guy.
I mean, defense is gonna have a hard time guarding these two receivers, him and Tony.
I'm gonna make a prediction. Robinson and Tony will be our two starting receivers by the end of the season.
I think
Not
so.
Galladay, not Shepard. It'll be
I think Galladay
Robinson.
will become a red zone target.
Yeah, I think Robinson
And a
and
third down
Tony will be
target.
our primary guys at the wide receiver position.
I absolutely agree with you.
I mean, it might be. I mean, Galladay's people forget. Yeah, last year he had some injuries, and he's always got some injuries. I get it. He misses games, but people forget Galladay is the best 50-50 ball in the NFL. So you're not going to just go sit him down. If he's healthy, Galladay's starting, man. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
Man.
Robinson to me, and I see Elijah Moore in the chat by Buko. I think Robinson is more of like a twitchier, less version of a route runner, like a Cole Beasley. He's like a less worser version of like a Cole Beasley. And that's not saying Cole Beasley is like some crazy good receiver. It's just that Cole Beasley is one of the best route runners in the league. And then like he's twitchy, fast, in open space. So that's where I kind of get that comparison from.
Right. And I think, and I'm hoping, and I do think we'll see a more serious Tony, like a more serious about football Tony, because I think the regime has pretty much let him know that they're not going to play no games. So I think he's going to he came in last week, right? So he came in late, but he came in. But you know, when he's healthy and playing football, man, several people have said he's unguardable. Like one-on-one, you cannot guard Tony. So
he proved it when he stepped on the field last year.
Also, that monster in the backfield. Don't forget about that monster in the backfield.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get to him. That's what I'm saying, man. And if Barkley's healthy, that's the one guy I'm looking forward the most is Barkley and Jones, because that's gonna be the big questions next year going forward. Barkley and Jones, they finally gonna have a real ass O-line, so there's no more excuses. They either do it this year or the Giants are going to move on. There's like 6 real good quarterbacks next year. I already heard, I sent the video out to a few people, that Joe Shane's already been scouting the kid from Kentucky. His name slipped my mind right now.
Lewis.
Yeah. So
Lewis?
Yeah, he's a real good quarterback from Kentucky. You know, Big Slade, check him out later. And he's coming in next year's draft. He's supposed to be top 3 or 4 with Young, with Stroud, and Van Dyke, you know. So there's good quarterbacks next year. There really is. But believe me, I go into the season rooting for Jones. He's my guy. So I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to lose 12 games because I want a quarterback. I'm not that type of fan. You know what I'm saying? So I want to win. And if we win and Jones has a good year, then it's his team going forward. And I'm good with that. So.
And he proved his point. He said, "You put a team around me, I can win the game."
What'd you say, Zion?
No, I said, and he would have proved his point. Like I'm done making excuses for Daniel Jones. I was not gonna lie to you. I was one of the people that understood why we wouldn't replace him this year. I understood the cap situation wasn't right. I understood that there's a lot of quarterbacks coming out next year. But I was just sick and tired of the excuses. Now you go out there, you have a team, you go out there and you ball out, Jones. You ball out just like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, you have a team, you go out there and you ball out. We're building a franchise around you, and let's see it through.
Next
there's no excuses. I mean, there's going to be a big O-line.
None.
You got 2 monster tackles now. You got two beast tackles. I mean, it's ridiculous. You got a strong O-line. You got a veteran center. You got real good guards. You got competition at the guards. There's like 4 of them. There's competition. Lemieux is healthy again. Look, Barkley.
And you got a quarterback in Tyron Taylor that won't hesitate to take your place.
Listen, Jones don't have to leave the pocket ever again, so he should never be getting injured the rest of this year. He just stand in the pocket, step up and throw the damn ball, and you You got two little speedsters.
Get it
that
out of your
can do
hands
a lot of
fast.
screens and
Let the
slants and
receivers
end
do their
arounds.
Pre-snap
Absolutely.
motion, RPO.
Absolutely.
I use that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, and then when you want to go deep on a play action, you can have Galladay. They also got two tight ends, one 6'8", the other 6'5". Okay, and you know, I know Jeremiah had Bellinger like his third best tight end in the draft. Well, I don't know if he's the third best,
No.
but he could definitely be an effective, you know, guy in the red zone, definitely. And
I don't follow baseball, but yes, shout out to the Mets. I know the Mets are having a fantastic season.
Let's go.
I would say shout out to the Los Angeles team, but I don't want to make people mad, and I'm not a big baseball fan. But I know the Dodgers been having an amazing season as well.
Yep. Let's go Dodgers.
yeah,
Yeah,
Is,
man. But
uh,
anyways, though,
that's my
man,
friend in the
that's
chat.
that's
My,
what
my friend I grew up with. He's an Eagle fan, young man. So he's
Hey,
a
what's
big
up,
Eagles
young
fan
man?
also,
Thank you.
so,
Go ahead and read his comment, Miz.
all right. Good draft by the Giants. Hard to mess up a draft when you have 2 picks in the top 7. Yeah, don't be salty. Don't be salty.
Oh yeah, this is your homie you knew for years.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Why would we
Yeah.
be salty,
Thank
bro?
you for
We got.
joining. Let's go.
Why
Yankees.
would we be
That's a
salty,
dub.
man? We got
That's
a
not true,
talented
Johnson.
linebacker in the 3rd round.
So I'll tell you why I should be salty, because Azusa Jalari, Kayvon
What's up,
Thibodeau, Lenny
Joseph?
Williams, and Dexter Lawrence are going to bury Jalen Hurts into the ground next season.
But
Hey, I would like to see that happen.
I like
just to bounce off what Miz was saying before, and he's right. This is it. This is a prove-it year for every single one, besides Wandel Robinson, because we're assuming he's going to be here long-term. This is it for Daniel Jones. This is it for Saquon Barkley. This is it for Kenny Galladay. This is it for Sterling Shepard. This is it for even Kadarius Toney in a way. None of these guys were drafted by this regime. If they don't show up, they don't play well, if they injure the entire
Absolutely.
season, they're out of here. There's a good chance every single one of those guys will be out of here in 2023. So this is their chance right now with a competent offensive line that has been built by this regime, including better play calling. Those five guys right there, they're on the clock. You got to go out there, you got to stay healthy, and you got to produce. And if you can't do it, sayonara. All 5 of you are out of here, and we'll just replace you either in free agency when we have a ton of money, or we'll go replace you in the draft. So those 5 guys, it's put up or shut up time.
He's speaking facts, bro. The young man knows what he's talking about.
No, it's not. You've had the best line for a while, and you still don't go nowhere every year. So what's the difference?
Man, come on.
What? Last year was the same line you had the year before. What'd you do now?
Hey.
Did y'all see the
We're
video
gonna go
about
to the
Sean
playoffs this
McVay?
year, man.
Sean
We watch
McVay
this
laughing at Bill Belichick's draft.
I got bad news for the Eagles O-line. Go take a look at the Giants front 7.
That's fine.
Have fun.
Hey, have fun, man. Hey, I'm completely fine, man. The only teams that should have fun with that is Washington and the Dallas Cowboys. We good.
Keep that same energy when Hurts
Keep
gets
that
set.
confidence, because that's exactly what I said last year, and look what happened to us. So this year I got no expectations because I don't want to be let down. And
Man, you
as
never
long as
know.
we get
You're
to
right.
7 wins, I'm happy. Dude, we get to
man,
6
but-
wins, I'm happy.
I don't know, man. I think next year, like, and I put my bias aside, I think next year it's going to be a competitive division, though. Like, I'm going to just be honest. I think,
Big Slade, the 2017 Eagles team is gone. Just
damn.
like Frozen. Just let it go.
Yo, that same, yo,
Won
Blue
in
City
99
Empire
years.
Sports, that same 2011, 2012 team is gone for your Giants, man. Don't be
That
Don't
same
be
Eagles
ready.
team that rushed for
Nas
200
calling
yards
Nas
did
and Nas on the stream.
that same Eagles team with that rushing game did diddly nothing against the Giants in the Meadowlands last year. So
What up, Nas? Thank you so much for calling in. And once again,
What's good,
another
fellas?
team that did absolutely amazing in the draft, the Baltimore
How are you?
Ravens, still in Hamilton, still in Tyler. Just the draft just works out.
Travis
You get Lamar
Jones, the
Jackson
defensive
late,
tackle
and
from
look at what Lamar
Connecticut.
Jackson becomes. Like, shout out to the Raven scouts.
Yeah,
the Ravens are a beast, man. Every
yeah,
year
they
the
also
Ravens
got
draft well,
Travis
you know?
Jones. the
Nice to
defensive
meet you,
tackle.
man. Congratulations on killing it this year in the draft. Congrats.
They got Ojabo, who's a
Hey,
stud
Google, I
later
said-
on.
I said
Ojabo.
you know,
Even if Ojabo needs this season to recover, you got a stud for the following year on. So you know that kid's a stud.
Raz, I got a question for you. Why are you guys going back to the traditional 12 or 13 personnel because you guys picked up 2 tight ends in the draft as well as going with Mark Andrews? So you guys going back to what you had in the first couple of years Lamar Jackson was there?
Yeah, we're gonna go back to that, and like we're gonna I'm guessing that's what John Harbaugh was saying, that we're gonna have we're gonna load the box up like with 12, 13 like what you call it, like offensive linemen, and then we're gonna go with a 12, 13 man personnel.
That's facts.
I think the reason why they couldn't do that last year is because all their running backs got hurt before the season, so they had no choice but to become more of a passing team.
Who's the Ravens?
Lamar Jackson's skill set.
What's up?
Yeah,
They lost Dobbins. They lost Gus. They lost Hill. They lost Gus Edwards. They lost all their guys.
Yeah, we had like
the Ravens. They got.
Go ahead, man.
17
yeah, the Ravens lost a ton of guys.
Ravens are good. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's a system.
But you know what the crazy part was? We went 8-3. We still went 8-3 even with these people was hurt.
And you see the talent they lost? They lost Peters and Humphrey. They're two cornerbacks. They're two-star cornerbacks. And they lost their left tackle, Stanley, at the beginning of the season. And they still played well that year. They lost all big players, and they still played well, including losing Lamar Jackson at the end of the season.
Yeah, once Lamar went down, everything went haywire.
Yeah.
Kudos to that organization. They know how to draft and bring in good players, good depth players. After what happened with them last year, and they still were a good team. So kudos to that to your organization.
Yeah,
they know how to draft and they know how to bring in depth.
So what's your thoughts on Brown, bro?
Got the head
I like the Giants draft too. Like y'all, man, when I talk about improvement, so much improvement. Like this is the best draft I've seen from y'all in years. Like
I agree.
Thank you.
It's so good of a draft that I actually think y'all gonna be like a dangerous team in the division next to
like
the
a
Eagles
sleeper,
and
right? Like, do you kind of feel like we're gonna be sleeping? Like a lot of people will sleep on us.
A lot of people gonna sleep on. Like I said, I play with y'all in Madden because y'all defense is so good. And
before anyone else goes, I just want to say, anyone that dogs the Cowboys draft, go actually look at it and see how good it was. As much as I hate the Cowboys, they had a good draft. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, they had a damn good draft.
Yes,
I hate the Cowboys.
I give it
the Cowboys is fine.
I give it a
Cowboys are like, I don't know. They might even take a little tiny step backwards this year. I don't know. I'm telling you.
You look at what they did with that
Tyler Smith. Legitimate. As long as y'all quarterback play is in place and receivers stay healthy, Saquon stay healthy, y'all defense is good. You put them back on the field. I'm telling you.
You just said it right there. Health. This team stays healthy. The Giants could be a 7-10 win team. They have the talent to do it, but they got to stay healthy.
And it's 7 playoffs.
We haven't stayed healthy in like 10 years.
It's 7 playoffs,
guys.
I think Giants will be a little bit better than people think. I think Giants will be a little better than people think. I think the Giants have the best defense in this division. I don't even think it's close. Doesn't mean we're the best team. I didn't say we're the best team.
Yeah, I mean, it's tight. It's really tight between y'all, the Eagles. I think it's y'all, the Eagles, and Washington. Like far as like Montez Sweat and Chase Young, and the fact that they got Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean and all that type of stuff. And Fletcher Cox, he ain't nothing to sleep on. He ain't nothing to push aside. That. So we're gonna see. I'm interested in seeing y'all division as much as the AFC West.
I also think I like the fact that Carson Wentz goes out there and signs with Washington. You know what I'm saying? I think that just makes the Washington versus Eagles games funner to watch. Yeah, exactly what you said. But real fast before you go, Jeff, let's answer Big Fridge's question. Me personally, I didn't really go through every single team. I really looked at the teams that stood out, but I know the Patriots had pretty questionable picks, so I get why you would say the Patriots. Anybody else wants to answer that question?
The Browns had some questionable picks. I didn't know. I didn't understand some of the Browns picks. They were all over the place.
Yeah, the good pick that I think the Patriots only had was that guy from Alabama, Tyquan Thornton or whatever. This guy is the fastest.
Oh, the Baylor receiver? Yeah, the Baylor receiver. He is very good.
They need a receiver.
Who's that?
They haven't had a good receiver since Julian Edelman.
Patriots.
Oh.
They haven't had a
was,
good
yeah.
receiver since Edelman. So
I don't know what the Patriots are doing. They drafted 2 running backs. I don't know what they're doing.
I was just gonna say, I mean,
Conklin.
our defensive line could actually end up being what the Washington line was when they were healthy, and that's with Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Azeez Ojulari. We have 4 guys that are going to be a problem in terms of the pass rush. You got the interior pass rush when you go 4-3 with Kayvon. With you got Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams that aren't going to be seeing those double teams like they did before, and then you got Azeez and you got Kayvon on the outside that are going to be able to bull rush and or also do certain moves against the outside tackles. So I think our defensive line might be, and I'm not just saying this as a Homer Giant fan. I think we might have the best defensive line in the NFC East.
I was just about to say
overall.
that. I was even going to go one step further. Living life with no expectations, but at the end of the day, if you think about it, if health, right? If you all stay healthy, by the end of the season, we could have a top 5 defensive line. Like, no joke.
100%.
You just go around the league and you look at the players in the defensive line. Now, there's a lot of stacked defensive lines in this league. But if Kayvon lives up to his hype, if Azeez continues on the road he's been going on, breaking the rookie sack record in 8, and then continue going down the road he's going on, we got Williams finally getting some help, and people can actually recognize what he actually does for us, because Williams does so much for us that some fans don't even recognize. This guy is constantly pressuring the quarterback on every single play. He may not get the sack, but Williams had no help around him. And then you got Dexter Lawrence, a 5th-year contract that we just picked up, and I absolutely like Dexter Lawrence. I think he's a really great player for us. So that being said, we could have a really, really, really great defensive line.
I forgot. Yeah, he
Don't
just
forget
put
about-
Leonard Williams. He just put Leonard Williams in the camera. Him too.
Put Dexter at nose tackle. That's where he belongs. Dexter Lawrence.
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
And don't forget
man.
about Quincy
By the way,
Roche, Justin.
didn't-
Don't forget about
Yeah.
Quincy
That's
Roche, Justin
exactly.
Ellis.
I didn't even get into
Yeah,
And
it.
Ellison
rotate
Smith.
Roche, Carter, Carter.
Ellison Smith.
I don't want
Well,
Conklin.
Carter's gone.
No, what about the white guy, Carter?
Oh, Carter Coughlin.
Yeah, I don't
he's
want.
still
Carter
there.
Coughlin.
Why don't you want Coughlin, Logan?
And you got people forget they brought in Ellis, defensive tackle from the Ravens.
When I watched
he's
Carter
gonna go
Coughlin,
Yeah, Justin Ellis.
They
Jelly.
brought in Justin Ellis. People forgot about him.
What were you saying,
Yeah,
Logan?
yeah.
Logan, go ahead. Logan, go
I said
ahead.
the main reason I want Carter Coughlin. He's a decent special teamer, but I don't really like him on this defense, because in Wink's defense we need quick reactionary guys. And when Coughlin takes his read steps towards the offensive line, it takes him way too long to recognize if it's a pass or a run, and we can't have that in Wink's system.
I think
I don't even know if he's gonna make the
Kayla's
roster.
question is
I don't even know if he's gonna make the roster.
the beautiful Kayla has a question here. So I feel
Yes.
like Bradbury's staying. I'm not even sure Bradbury was ever really being traded. I don't know if it might have been a smoke screen, to try to get someone to make people think they wanted Sauce because they were going to trade Bradbury. I don't know if that whole thing was ever true, but I think Bradbury stays now because there's receivers in this division, and Eagles brought in Brown. So you keep Bradbury for one more year. Maybe they could restructure or work something out, but we kind of need him right now.
So
You got
two and
Bradbury, you got Adoree Jackson, you got Xavier McKinney, and you got a bunch of the kid we drafted yesterday, the safety from
Iowa.
Iowa, and you got Love. You got Darnay Holmes and Robinson. So I think we're pretty stacked.
Yeah.
You said
I
don't
just wanna
forget
say real
Nico's
quickly,
back with the
too.
Giants as well.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Jeff.
Raz, I want to say too. I think Raz's team had also one of the most underrated picks.
Nah,
that's gonna
it's
be
Nas.
paying big
N-A-Z,
dividends because
N-A-Z.
what they- Oh, Nas. I'm sorry. I think Nas. I think you had one of the best underrated picks that you guys had, and that's a job. I think Ajabo is going to be a player when he gets healthy. That was a great pick by you guys. Getting him in the second round.
Absolutely.
Hey, you ain't the only one that got my name wrong. What you call it? Logan could call me Lil Nas. Now you good?
I
You
can't
good,
read.
though.
I'm
You
old.
good?
I can't read
You good?
anymore.
You
You
good?
good, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's a hardworking man. Make sure you guys go sub up to his channel, man. This guy's almost at 100 subscribers, guys. Go sub up to Jeffrey's channel.
Where you at right
Not
now?
only you get videos, but you get shorts. This
Hey,
guy's
Zion,
appearing
just send the
on
link in
multiple
our
channels.
chat, and then
Yeah, how many subscribers you are right now, Jeff?
Thank you. I'll sub up to you too, Nas. But I was just saying, Yeah, I just want to know how you feel about the Ojabo pick and what you think his projection is going to be maybe in his rookie year, if he's going to sit the whole time, or if he might be a guy that they're just going to redshirt this year and just get him ready for 2023.
Well, I think we're gonna do like how we did with Marquise Brown, how we drafted him. Because remember, he had some injuries with his a part of his ankle or whatever the case may be. So what we're gonna do is because we still have, I think we still have Tyus Bowser and Justin Houston. We're gonna let them play. We're gonna let them, we're gonna switch them out. Substitute them like that in and out on that other side. But Adafe always gonna be good, mind you. Keep in mind these kids was playing in high school together, so they familiar. Mike McDonald, he was from Michigan, so he's familiar with the defense and stuff like that. So we're gonna substitute him in and out, and then we got Kyle Hamilton. I can't wait to see this. Really, I really wish the season would start tomorrow.
Kyle, you guys stole Kyle Hamilton.
So,
that is a great pickup. Great pickup by the Ravens getting Hamilton.
Yeah, we're going back to 2012 defense.
Yeah, that was a good pick up Hamilton.
That was one of my favorite picks.
And I really love, and I mocked this guy to the Ravens, 2 weeks ago when I did my mock. I had them getting Linderbaum. I knew the Ravens were going to draft
Linderbaum. I'm going to put it right now. Linderbaum is going to be a Pro Bowler.
He's a beast. And he's in the most perfect. He's in the most perfect offense because he's a running center, and all the Ravens do is run the ball all different ways. He's so perfect for them. It's crazy.
And did you see the right tackle we drafted? The heaviest player in NFL history?
Daniel Falele.
Y'all took Falele guard.
384 pounds. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I got the Ravens and Buffalo as the two best teams in the AFC this year. So I think Buffalo is sick. Like I'm picking the Bills to go to the Super Bowl this year. But hey, we'll see. It's early, anything could go. But the Bills are like stacked, like they're on steroids.
I forgot they got Von Miller.
They got Von Miller. They got
Von Miller.
They got Dalvin Cook. They got Dalvin Cook brother in the draft. They did
James Cook. Bro. They picked up Cook. I didn't even know they got the best punter in the country. That guy who punts the ball 90 yards.
Oh yeah, Reza.
That sick punter that could kick field goals and punts. Perfect, because in Buffalo it's so cold and windy in the winter. That's perfect for them to get a big leg like that.
Sub-slay.
I think, we took a punter in the draft too. We took a punter in the draft too.
I forgot his name. Zibuko probably knows it if he's in here. He comes from San Diego State or something.
Yeah, Trevor Ariza.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, Ariza.
Yeah, the Bills got everybody, man. The Bills don't have a hole on that team. Not one hole.
It was cornerback, but they filled that hole. They got They got Elam out of Florida. That filled in their other hole opposite of Tre'Davious White. So yeah, they're ready to go on that Super Bowl run.
Ready, bro.
They got Josh Allen.
The Bills aren't just going to go on a Super Bowl run. They're going to win it.
Well,
I have
to ask you guys this question. And good thing we have Nas in the chat as well. So, I'm a big believer in Deshaun Watson. What you guys think about Browns?
Let me say something real quick. The only numbers Watson's going to be putting up this year is rape charges.
Hey.
What?
No. Don't hate on Watson.
He ain't lying, though. I mean, I want to see.
I mean, we don't even got to explain. Come on, bro. Deshaun Watson's a top 6 quarterback in the league when he's healthy.
Top 3 when he's healthy.
Don't forget about the Bengals. They need an offensive line. The Bengals fix that offensive line.
Yes. Who knows? Don't forget about Russell Wilson in Denver.
I second
have a lot of work to do, but hey, Russell Wilson.
Don't sleep on Derek Carr and Devontae Adams.
Look like this. We win the division. I think we're gonna win the division.
I agree. I actually agree with you. I was telling Buko today in the gym, I thought the Ravens were winning that division.
Don't sleep on
and the Steelers. I'm gonna make a prediction. The Steelers are going to finish 4th place in that division. I think the Steelers are going to go through hard times.
Damn good next year.
You think so?
I don't know, man.
Yes.
The Steelers defense is always good.
I go Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers.
Don't sleep on
I hear you, Viz, but it's a rookie quarterback probably going to come in, and Trubisky. Trubisky's not that good, and their offense is going to struggle. Their offense is going to struggle.
I mean, I don't know, man. Trubisky, when he was with the Bears, he was put in a situation to fill. I feel like whenever he had the chance to, he did pretty solid, man. I feel like
who knows? Can he Pickett might win that out in training camp?
I think Pickett might win.
Pickett might win it out in training camp.
Hey,
I would like to point out that 2 punters and a kicker went ahead of Sam Howell.
Yeah.
yeah, because Sam Howell's a clown. You know, and Adam made me buy in and do a video about this guy. Like I actually thought for like 2 seconds on a Monday afternoon when I was half asleep that he was going to be good.
They're allowed to take a picture.
I mean, you can't say that
Oh,
yet
that's a good one,
because he
Chris. I'm a
hasn't
Jets
played
fan.
a
It's really
game
cool.
yet in
Not
the
happy.
NFL.
Bro, he's a bona fide bench warmer. You understand?
Damn.
That's what he is.
Hey,
What do you want
bro.
me to tell you?
Hey, bro, you can keep saying how bad Howell is, bro, but Howell literally proved to you that he can still be good without his best playmakers at
He
North
could be
Carolina.
good, but I don't know if he's ever going to really have a chance to be good. You know what I mean?
Don't forget.
Yeah,
How long
I
until Carson Wentz demands a trade? How long until Carson
How
Wentz
y'all feel
demands a
about
trade
the
because they picked the
Week
quarterback?
3. Week 3.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
He's going to demand a
picked,
trade the morning after he plays Kayvon Thibodeau. He's going to demand. I want out the division.
Get me out of this division. Yes, that's
No,
No, that's what Jalen Hurts
plays,
is going to say.
whenever he
Hey,
plays
answer
Jordan
that,
Davis,
Slay.
he's
He
gonna be
said, Slay,
scared.
stop being biased.
Zion, I got an idea. Zion, I got an idea. For fun, since we got a nice panel here, why don't we just go through each division and why don't we go for an early predictions on who we think is the best team is going to win each division, just for the hell of
Oh,
it.
I love that.
yeah.
Why not? Why not?
By the way,
We'll go in
congrats
like
on
an
getting
order. We'll go in
100.
order when we do it.
Young
one
man,
division at
thank
a
you
time.
so much for being here. I know you're a friend of a friend on the stream, but you gotta wake up from that dream, man. You gotta wake up from that dream.
How about
I
Jalen
can't
Hurts, my
defend you
friend?
on
Who
that
knows?
one, young
Let's make
man.
our
I'm
predictions.
sorry.
Homie,
Homie, that's not even a drink. That's an acid trip.
Hey, let's make the prediction.
You spoiled it, Granola.
Yo, I want to say this. I want to
You
say
wanna
this real
kick it
quickly.
forth also.
I just hit 100 subs.
Georgia
Thank you so much,
That's
everybody.
awesome.
I just got
Let's go.
100
That's
subs.
awesome.
Thank you so
That's what I'm
much.
talking about.
I'm
Thank you so
humbled
much,
as hell
chat.
right now. Thank you so much.
Appreciate the.
Thank
That's
you,
awesome.
everybody
Hey,
in the
Chris
chat.
Luco, stop stealing my hot take. Now I'm going ahead.
Wow.
All right, I
don't even
think
know
we
what
should.
to
I
say.
need to use the
Thank you,
bathroom
guys.
real fast. So hold it
Hey,
down.
I ain't sleeping on the Chargers though. I'm not. You heard me?
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
sleeping
no.
on
We
the
didn't even say anything about that, bro.
I'll be right back, gang.
We didn't even say anything about the Chargers there. Hold up.
I ain't sleeping on no Chargers, bro. I just seen a little comment with one. I ain't sleeping on them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not-
yeah, yes,
I think
Williams
everybody
is
in
still a giant.
yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Go
Everybody
ahead,
in that
Don.
division. Everybody in that division is going to be good. The AFC West. That's going to be a really, really fun division to watch. I hope that all those games are in prime time. Just watching all those AFC West
Yeah,
teams go
Chargers
against
are
each other.
strong, bro.
Well, they announced the Chargers and Chiefs game was gonna be on Thursday night.
Oh, the Raiders,
Yeah.
Miz. The Raiders are
That's
strong
gonna be
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Herbert, it looks amazing.
That's
To
a
be
gun
honest.
So does
swing,
Carr.
man.
Carr got
And
Devontae
with
Adams.
Russell
Scary
Wilson
duo.
with Denver, we don't know what to expect. We got to see it
Yeah.
first. So
And we forgot about Kansas City. Kansas City's still there too.
That's
The
not
whole
my
division
fault, Kayla. Blame Adam. He brainwashed me for like 2 days, and I ended up
They
doing a
don't got
video on
Tyreek
how.
Hill, though, and I think that makes a difference. They don't got Hill. They don't look scary like they was.
They got
So,
Sky Moore though to replace him, and then I guess they think that Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling are going to take over, and they got Macaulay Hardman as I guess
I
their
forgot.
Yeah.
So
their
we're talking about.
replacement.
Kelsey,
The
yeah,
Chiefs.
Kelsey.
I'm gonna
this is
put
like
it this
Kelsey.
way, bro. The Chiefs aren't winning the AFC
Oh,
West.
I want to jump on
It's
that.
gonna
The
be the
Chiefs are
Chargers,
still going to
bro.
be a
The
beast,
Chargers
man.
are gonna win the
I
AFC
don't
West.
think they're gonna win because the Chargers defense. I don't think they're gonna
Chiefs
win.
drafted defense,
Yo,
man.
no.
Chiefs
The
drafted
Chargers added
defense.
Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson, bro. That
And the
defense.
Chiefs got
And they got
Karlaftis.
Shante Samuel. No, you gotta look at their whole line. You gotta look at their whole line. Jerry Tillery,
Tillery.
Linval Joseph, Joey Bosa, like all of them,
Nah,
bro.
Joseph's a
Khalil
free
Mack.
agent.
Khalil Mack.
It's
Linval
nice
Joseph's
and
a
all,
free
but
agent.
the coaching's in Kansas City.
Yeah, but then they get
And
their
you need-
defensive tackle too.
The coaching's in
Take up.
Kansas City, man. The coaching's in Kansas City, and the best quarterback in the division is still in Kansas City.
That's true,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
That's true,
defense.
Fitch.
I will say
That's
that.
true.
Mahomes
Their
is-
defense
but-
got stronger in the draft. They drafted defenders. They got Karlaftis at 21, which I couldn't believe the Patriots passed him by at 20. So
Yeah, they got Karlaftis and they got McDuffie. That's
they did
crazy.
good, man.
But the Raiders
You got
and the
Buffalo.
Chargers, both the Raiders and the Chargers and the Broncos made major additions to their team. The
You're
Raiders
not gonna
got
be beating on them though.
Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones. Don't forget about Chandler Jones next to Max
Yeah.
Crosby. That's a deadly duo. Obviously, Khalil Mack with Joey Bosa. And you got J.C. Jackson over there in the secondary opposite Asante Samuel
Don't
Jr.
forget about Derwin James.
The Derwin James is still there. And then obviously with the Broncos, Russell Wilson. You put Russell Wilson with all those playmakers on that team with a solid offensive line. They got a good defense. That AFC West is going to be a dogfight towards the end with how those teams are going to beat each other up. So it can help teams in the other divisions find a way to sneak into the playoffs because those teams are going to be beating each other up in every single game they play. So there's a good chance that maybe one or two of those teams make it because they're going to be too busy knocking each other off. So it's going to be really fun to watch that division play.
Yeah,
Alrighty, let's get into.
I remember for years I was talking about that. For 3 years before he was drafted, I lined up Herbert for the Giants. I think Gettleman was all over him, but he decided to go back to school. So,
Zion, go ahead, man.
I really wanted him. But yeah, so let's get into Jeff's game. He wanted to play. I love the game. So this is what we're gonna do. Life's about foundation, so we need some rules. So this is the rules. All right. So we're gonna name a division. Everybody's gonna get a minute and a half to get their rankings, and then we're moving on and pass it to the next person. To your left, we'll start with Jeff. So basically, explain why you feel like these teams should be in that order, and then pass it to Miz. Let's start with
So
the
just
AFC
any random
West.
division?
I'm gonna give you
West.
this division. AFC West. We got the Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, and Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, and Broncos.
Okay,
Go right
well,
ahead,
this
Jeff.
is how I feel it's gonna. This is how I feel it's gonna go, and this might bring some questions. I'm going with the Raiders to be the number one team. I just think with the Derek Carr and that Devontae Adams connection, it's gonna put them over the top. You still got Darren Waller, one of the best tight ends in football. You got Hunter Renfrow, who had 100 catches this year, went over 1,000 yards as number two. You got yourself a pretty solid offensive line. I mean, you still got Josh Jacobs in the backfield as well as Drake. I actually think Josh McDaniels is going to do well with that offense, and I really believe that Chandler Jones addition on the defensive line to go with Max Crosby is going to make a big difference for that pass rush. So I think the Raiders are going to end up taking the division. I actually believe that the Chargers are going to come in second place. A lot of the same with the defensive line they picked up with Khalil Mack. He doesn't have to be that number one guy. He could be sort of a Robin to Joey Bosa's Batman. So that's going to help their defensive line. You got Derwin James in the secondary, as well as obviously you got J.C. Jackson, the best cornerback in free agency, paired up with Asante Samuel Jr. So that's a major addition. And don't forget about one of the biggest additions for that division, Zion Johnson going over to the Chargers, playing left guard over there right next to Slater. That's going to be a very, very, very impressive and awesome left side of that offensive line to play for their quarterback, Justin Herbert. They still got Keenan Allen. They still got Eckler. They still got Mike Williams. So they got depth at those positions where they of need. And then I think Denver is actually going to end up finishing third. I think that Russell Wilson is going to make a difference in that for that team. It's going to help make that team a little bit more explosive. You obviously got Jerry Jeudy. You got Cortland Sutton. You got Tim Patrick. You're going to get KJ Hamler back from injury. You got Javonte Williams at running back. So they got some solid players there. Their offensive line is well put together. You got Melvin Gordon's back. So you have him there as a compliment. And their defense is pretty good with Surtain back there. And I forget the name of the safety. Simmons back there as well.
Kareem Jackson.
Yeah, they got a very solid, good-looking secondary over there. So I think they're going to be in third place. I just think the Raiders and the Chargers just made more impressive moves to go over them. And then, as much as I like the Chiefs, I think this is going to be just because of the additions by subtractions with the other teams. I think the Chiefs are going to end up finishing fourth, but it's going to be a hell of a dogfight. I think that every team in that division could finish near or over 500. That's how competitive I believe this division is going to be. But I just think the other teams just made such great additions that I think the Chiefs are actually going to end up finishing fourth, but it's going to be very close in that division. Go ahead, Miz.
What division are we doing?
AFC West.
Oh, we're doing everybody's. All right, I thought you were going to switch the division to West.
Oh yeah. I think Jeff made a lot of good points. Is anybody? You can just name it. Like for me, I have it. He has the Chiefs finishing last. I actually still have the Chiefs finishing first. So I have it: the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Raiders. And then you can break it down, or you can say it fast, and then we can move on to the next division. Miss?
What? The West?
You're the best. You can say it real fast, or you can give
I like
whatever you want to.
Okay. I like. I'm gonna go with.
That was an excellent take, by the way, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the kind of agree with Buko. I'm gonna go with the Chargers number one. I think their defensive line is real strong, and I think Herbert is just awesome quarterback who's only getting grow and get better. And I just got the Chargers finally taking over the division for once. I still think Kansas City will be second. I think the Chiefs are still strong. Coaching goes a long way in the NFL. Mahomes and Andy Reid, as long as they got those two, they got the tight end, they built their defense back up. So I'm going to stay with the Chiefs number two. Both of those make the playoffs. I think the Raiders, it's going to be real hard, man. I don't know. I'm going to go with, like Buko has it, the Raiders third and Denver fourth. The Raiders might get in borderline with the wild card, and Denver's going to fall short this year. I think it's going to take them time to adjust. It could be a good offense, but I don't know. They might have lost something on defense to me.
I love it. Nas, Logan, Slay, you guys want to add to this?
I'll go Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs.
Yeah, I'll say Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs.
I like it. Nas?
I'll say Kansas City, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos.
Awesome. All right, let's pass it over. So, Miz, you can actually, Jeff, you started off again. So we got AFC South: Titans, Colts, Jaguars, Texans.
You want to go from bottom to top, actually?
Yeah, let's Slay go first. I'll go last.
Yeah, for AFC South, I mean, damn, this is a tough one because you got the Colts, the Titans, the Texans, the Jags, and every team in that division just improved a little bit slightly, man. The Jags are they improved a lot this offseason, man. Like, I don't want
Your Broncos fan would have the Broncos number one. I'm just joking, Adrian.
Adrian.
Like, I was just gonna say, I don't want to discount the Jaguars this year. Like, I know the Jaguars made a lot of questionable moves this offseason, but they did improve in a lot of areas. The linebacker position, they got Devin Lloyd. Trayvon Walker, pair him up next to Josh Allen. You added Christian Kirk, and you added you lost DJ Chark, but you have Christian Kirk now, and you pair him up next to Marvin Jones, and you still
forget about Evan Ingram.
And you got Ingram. We're not even gonna count him, and you also have
the Chargers didn't improve.
Marvin Ingram.
I know you have them in the division.
Yeah, I meant to say Travis Etienne, and Etienne got hurt last year, and Etienne, he was supposed to be special last year, in my opinion. But I don't know. I feel like it's going to be Titans, Colts, Jags, Texans, or it could be flip-flop. I would not be surprised if the Texans won that division, honestly. Like, the Texans might have a chance to win that division, bro. The Texans improved a lot this offseason, bro. They added Christian Harris, Derek Stingley, the best man-to-man corner in the class.
Oh my gosh!
Are you serious? When we still have one of the best running backs playing for the Colts,
and we
still have an outstanding defense with the Colts.
Yeah, I know that, and that's why I said they might.
Just don't trust Matty Ice.
That's why I said they're 1 and 2. I just like the Texans and what the Jaguars did this offseason, but I still think it's going to be the same way like it was last year. Colts, Titans, Jags.
I absolutely agree with Adrian.
All right. I'm going to go hot take. Jaguars, Titans, Texans, Colts.
Whoa.
You're just forgetting about the best running back, one of the best running backs in football, and you're just forgetting about outstanding defense. So you might not like my line.
The Texans are going to be improved.
Just don't believe in Matty Ice.
Matt Ryan's that looks like that creepy uncle everyone has.
You like that one uncle at the
the coach is still a good team.
Yo,
go ahead.
Matty Ice looks like that one uncle at the cookout that just constantly keeps on talking forever. Like, I don't know. I feel like he would be that type of guy.
I like it too.
Well, what division we doing?
The South.
The South, the Texans suck nuts. They'll be first in the draft next year. The Titans are taking a couple steps backwards this year, I think. So I don't.
Thank you for AJ Brown.
Get off of
Who
him.
we got left? We got the Colts and
the Jags.
Colts and the Jags. The Jaguars have a nice front seven, but I think the Jaguars once again will be in the top 5 in the draft next year. So I think the only team coming out of that division is the Colts, who can be a really, really good team and had also a really good draft.
Yo, Miz got no love for the Texans this year.
They're not good. Why would I have love for them? They're not good.
They improved a little bit. They improved just a tiny bit.
Tiny bit.
Jeffrey or Nas,
5
you guys want
wins,
to
6
answer
wins.
this?
That's progress.
Nas, you go ahead first.
For me, I got the coach because what I like to see them bring is like all this depth and stuff like that. Like you got another what did they get? They got the offensive line is good. First of all, you bring in a quarterback, a veteran quarterback, that's been through it a lot with the Falcons. Now he on a team. Now he on a team that he feel comfortable on. He got Michael Pittman, he got Jonathan Taylor, Wally Cox, all them people, to work with. And the Titans they did take a step back. They did take a step back by trading AJ Brown, which I feel a little bit relieved because after we traded Marquise Brown, it was a little heartbreaking. But seeing them doing a mistake, but that was crazy. So I think they took a step back, but they took a little bit step forward. They took a little bit step forward by taking Malik Willis and everything. After he dropped so far back and everything. So I got the Titans second, third. I got the Jags being third place, and then the Texans will be fourth, but they improved just a little bit for me.
All right. Well, it's not going to be anybody else but the Colts. I don't care if Matty Ice is like 80 years old, sitting in a nursing home, throwing footballs across the room. The Colts are still the best team in that division. I mean, you have Jonathan Taylor, the best running back in football. That guy is a motor machine. He's going to run through the outs. He's going to run through the middle of the offensive line, through the defense. He's going to catch passes. You got Nyheim Hines. You got Michael Pittman out there. They just added Alec Pierce as their number 2. They got Jelani Woods at tight end. So they got more firepower for Matty Ice. That's going to help him out and maybe help extend his career for another year or so. Plus, on defense, you already know how good that front 7 is. You got Kwity Paye and you got DeForest Buckner. You obviously got one of the best linebackers in the league in Darius Leonard. And what did they end up doing? They ended up adding some to their secondary, which is their weak point on that defense, by adding one of the best corners at the point with Stephon Gilmore. And then you add McLeod to that safety position. Yeah, it's the Colts. Nobody's beating the Colts.
I will say that Jonathan Taylor, I don't think he's the best.
Yo, Jonathan Taylor's not the best running back.
I go lie to Jeff.
Who's better? Tell me running back right now is better.
Derrick Henry.
We do got to see if Derrick Henry. We do got to see Derrick Henry and him healthy at the same time.
Derrick Henry.
That's why I said it.
Derrick Henry had 900 yards last year, and he wasn't even healthy.
But he wasn't healthy. He wasn't healthy, and Jonathan Taylor almost had 2,000 yards. That's why
Derrick Henry almost played 7 games and almost had 1,000 yards.
I get that, but I'm going by off the entire season's work, and Derrick Henry did not play the entire season, so I can't disrespect Jonathan Taylor after that one season. So Jonathan Taylor deserves to get the respect of being the number 1 rated running back right now.
Real fast, let's just answer this question. I have it Kayvon, not being biased. I have it Kayvon, then Aiden, and then Trevon. So I just reversed that order, and that's what I have finished.
I think it's going to be Kayvon, Jermaine Johnson, and then Trayvon. And
Jermaine Johnson is not on there, Slay.
If it's between those two,
answer the question.
Simple as that. Thibodeau Hutchinson.
Jermaine will be good if they get back a healthy Lawson. Then
check the private chat.
I seen it.
Absolutely. All right, so I love that. Let's. We're kind of taking a little bit longer than I expected, and I love it. So we're gonna pick one person, and he's gonna name his he's gonna explain why he thinks that, and then everybody just gives, if they debate, if they don't agree, they just give their order, and they can give little short descriptions. So Nas, we're gonna have you do the AFC North. Being that you're a Ravens fan, you got the Ravens, the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Browns. Who do you have? You're the guy who's gonna give the explanation, and then everybody else will just say it real fast. You go right ahead.
Like just listen, like just list the whole order.
Yeah, who do you think's gonna, just explain it, kind of why do you think they're gonna finish first, and why do you think they're gonna finish last?
Okay. I have us first. I'm not trying to be biased. I had to look at, first of all, before we was all discussing about this, I was looking at every team schedule in this division. I think it's gonna be us first, only because we got the easiest schedule in this division. In the National Football League. I think we got the easiest schedule, so I think it's gonna be us first. I think the Bengals is gonna be second. I think it's hard because between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. But when I look at Pittsburgh, they got more pieces than the Browns. Like Deshaun Watson's just coming to a new team, but the thing I like the Browns the most is they running game between Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They still got them two. They nothing to push aside. So they got Amari Cooper, their addition. So we're gonna see how that is. But I think I got Pittsburgh third.
What's up, Ward?
I got Pittsburgh third, and I got Cleveland fourth.
Someone
Hell yeah.
put our channels in the links for everybody.
Yo, what's up, R. Vanderlei?
Logan, if you can go ahead and do that. So I actually have it, the Bengals winning the division.
What's going on, man?
What's up, my guy?
Hit the thumbs up for Zion. He's having a nice night for us to talk football on his
Yeah,
channel.
Art.
Up to everybody's channels here.
I
We
love
all
his
do
picture, the
football
George
stuff.
Costanza picture. I love the George Costanza picture. That's awesome.
R. Vanderlei is my guy, man. That's my boy
Yo,
right there.
stays in here.
What's up, bro? How are you? And I don't know how you how'd you find Zion? Did you find it through like a Giants community or something? Either way, that's cool, though. That's my guy. That's
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We're just going through the rankings of all these teams, and Nas gave us a perfect explanation on who he thinks he's going to finish first. I have it a little bit differently. I have the Bengals winning the division, followed by the Browns, followed by, you guys may think I'm just really in love with Watson, but I just think that the Browns have a good enough team, and Watson can get the most out of them.
Well, you
And
said
then
it,
you
not
have
us.
the Ravens. And then we have the Steelers finishing last. Anybody else wants to make their points?
I got you. I'm gonna say one.
Yo, Logan, can you drop the links, please? Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, one. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say the Ravens. Two. I'm gonna say
That is a super
Browns.
tough predictions.
I'm gonna say
man.
Browns. No. Hell no. The Browns. I don't know. I'm gonna actually say the Bengals. I feel like that's a little too-
Disrespect for the AFC champions, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Cause I think it's gonna be a good like tough battle, and it's gonna
Put
be
it
a
down,
hard
family.
outing. It's just the Ravens improved so much that it puts so much dent on what the Bengals are doing. Because the
Bengals
Bengals are
improved
good.
too.
Don't get me wrong. They just went to
Bengals
the
improved
Super Bowl.
too.
I'm not disrespecting anything about the Bengals. It's just that the Ravens improved way too much for me to say that they're not better than the Bengals. But I'm gonna say the Ravens 1, Bengals 2, Browns 3, and 4 would be the Steelers.
That's
It's gonna be a tough
good.
division.
That's a good prediction. Yeah, it will be a tough one. I'm looking
I
forward
think
to it.
I think every team in that division is gonna at least have 10 or more wins if they stay fully healthy.
I mean, I'll run down mine real quickly. I'm sorry. I don't know. I understand the Ravens got better, but if I still recall, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, let's see, Joe Burrow are still all there. When they went off this past season, had huge years. Their offensive line actually got better. They still have that defense, which is pretty solid. I think they upgraded their secondary, so I think the Bengals are going to repeat in that division. I think they're going to win it again. Ravens will be second because of the upgrades they made and because the players are getting back from injury. Browns, I think, well, it all depends on what's going on with Watson. but I think they'll be the third team. And like I said, I think the Steelers are going to be in for a rough season this year with the whole quarterback issues and being a young team in transition. So I think they're going to come out in fourth.
Wait, so question: with us being second, do you still have, because teams can still make the playoffs in certain places? So
Yes, I do. I
still
still have the Ravens. I have the Ravens making the playoffs. Yes, but I
Okay.
have the Bengals winning the division.
As we make the playoffs.
I think you guys are still a really good team. So I believe you guys will make it in one of those wild card spots.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson give me the MVP.
I like the Ravens to win the division. I think the Ravens win the division. I think Cincinnati second. And it's so hard. Browns third and Steelers fourth, but it's like the Steelers to me are still real good. So
Yeah,
it's
the
crazy.
Steelers,
I mean, the worst team in this division could still win 8 or 9 games. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
It's
my
like
point.
the AFC West. It's like the AFC West.
That's what I want to say too. I think I think that it's gonna be. I have the Browns and the Ravens finishing before the Ravens, but absolutely. Besides the Steelers, I think the Steelers are gonna be like all the way down there. Not to be mean, but I have like the Bengals, Ravens, and Browns fighting it out all year for the division.
No, the Steelers. I'm sorry, the Steelers are gonna also be in that mix too. Like they're gonna.
Yeah,
They
not.
might
Yeah,
get at least
yeah.
like 10, 11 wins, bro.
They
That
defense,
defense
like you
is
got.
just too good.
Yeah,
Okay.
like y'all gotta understand,
That's
like
true.
that.
That's true.
When I say
I'm
the
not trying to
defense, and I'm not taking nothing away from the Bengals
diss the
defense.
Steelers.
Us,
want
the
to-
Browns, look, us, the Browns, and the Steelers, we all got the best three defenses in this division.
Y'all want to
Yeah,
hear?
that was a
Look,
good.
Tommy, thank you for being here,
I'm
man.
not
I
knocking the
appreciate it.
Bengals. I'm not knocking the Bengals defense, but when I say defense wins championship, that's how I feel. Like every year, like even with just the Rams did. Like, and I understand they ain't had no O line or whatever, but when I seen Aaron Donald snap like that, and I called the last play, I said, "Watch this beat Aaron Donald affect Joe Burrow and everything on 4th down and 1 and stuff like that." And he prevailed. So I just believe that the defense wins championships, and it ain't gonna be no different
Defenses
this
set you
year.
up. Defense
Yo,
set you up.
Absolutely. I was gonna ask if maybe Logan, if you don't mind taking this, with Christopher Hunter and DT Michigan being signed by the Giants undrafted, can he make an impact as a rotational player?
He won't even make the team.
Dang.
What I was gonna say was a hot take. The Dolphins and Ravens is my AFC championship pick.
Oh my
Say
god!
that one more time.
The Dolphins and
What?
Ravens is my AFC championship pick.
No.
You believe in the
Why?
Dolphins, huh?
The
You
AFC
believe in
champ.
Mike? I like
Tua
it.
and Tyree,
Tua?
baby. Tua and
Tua,
Tyree.
bro.
Not Tua.
The Titans. No, not even the Titans. The Dolphins' offense is gonna be so like noticeable by like 10 weeks. All they're gonna do is bubble screens and stuff like that, bubble plays. Like how? Are
I
you
mean, you can't be talking. Jalen Hurts has the accuracy of Daniel Jones' backup.
Guess what though?
The thing with
Hurts
Tua
has
is,
great
unless Tua
athletic
learns how to throw the ball deeper downfield,
This shit
and he
doesn't
actually
pass.
use that arm to get the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, the Dolphins' offense is going to, it's pretty much going to be slants, bubble screens, everything right pretty much in the middle of the field. If they try to go deep, they're not going to be able to use their full speed because
We appreciate
Tua
that,
doesn't have a
Taylor.
strong
Thank you
I
arm.
so
still
much.
feel like that's
Thank
a
you for the
grudge on
support.
Tua because Tua can throw the ball downfield though. That's the thing. Like
Yo, anybody who hasn't checked
Come
out
on.
Kayla's channel should go sub up to her. She does mute. She sings.
Who?
She's a real good singer, and
Absolutely.
I agree, Art.
she also interns
I'm
for the
sorry.
New York Jets. So
Who?
Sir.
I believe in
Kayla
Tua.
and the
I
Giants.
agree with
Can you
Art
drop the
Vandalay.
channel,
Logan?
Whatever.
Yeah, can you drop a channel?
Sure.
I
Get her
agree with
channel,
Art
sub up.
Vandalay's.
And Nas, I just subbed, bro.
I agree with
Thank
Art
you.
Vandalay's
Thank you,
Sorry, I don't
comment.
know why I
Yeah,
didn't
I
sub.
agree with
you.
Art Vandalay's comment.
Thank you, guys.
It's going to be tough for the Steelers to compete because they are in a team in transition after ending the Ben Roethlisberger era. I mean,
That is true.
the only way is if Trubisky finds a way to get, rediscover his talent, or if Kenny Pickett is the real deal. That's why I'm saying the quarterback position is the reason why I'm picking the Steelers last, because they're a team in transition right now from the Ben Roethlisberger era. So that's why I believe they're going to be last, because I think the other teams they have more stability at the quarterback position compared to Pittsburgh.
Tommy says Thompson blocked a bunch of punts, hard hitting safety, got picked up undrafted. He would be a good special team player. I have to look into that. I like it.
He could.
We'll go to
He could.
AFC East. The Buffalo Bills are gonna mop that division up like a
In the
dirt bag on the
playoffs?
floor. You understand
Wait,
me?
so
The Bills are gonna abuse that division. But I got the Bills winning about 14 games.
Wow.
But I do think the Jets have grown, and I can see the Jets fighting for second place, maybe 8 or 9 wins. They do got the talent around the quarterback now. They have an O-line.
I like that.
They have a solid defense, so they put together a team, and then it's time for them to have to win some games, definitely. So
Yeah.
the thing is, they got a lot of weapons. I don't know. The Patriots have Belichick. He's a great coach, and he always finds a way to have them involved, but it's hard to believe because the team lacks a lot of talent now, the Patriots, and there's no Brady there to make up for it, and not a lot of people believe in Mac Jones, but and I'll tell you what, Miami's stacked. I'm not a believer because Miami does this shit every year. They go out and buy players and they never win because that's not how you build a winner. You got to do it. You got to do it through the drafts over a span of a few years. And Miami likes to go pick away at other teams' players and bring them in. And the players come to Miami like Tyreek Hill. They don't go there to win a championship. They go there for the beaches, the girls, and the nightclubs. They basically go there to retire. I'm telling you, that's the truth. And that's why Miami never wins.
Maybe Mike is the new head coach.
I
Kind of looked at it.
I think.
Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was
Real
just
fast,
finish it. Yeah,
Real-
go ahead and finish.
Yeah,
your
real
thought.
fast before you go. So I look at McDonald and I absolutely think this guy's a genius, man. The guy knows what he's doing, right? He's not the sole purpose, but he's a big reason why they had a successful one-in game in San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan took him with him from Atlanta. So he's underneath Kyle, a great coach in the NFL. Now he goes in and obviously he goes to Miami and he looks across town. He looks at another young coach who didn't have a first-round draft pick in ages and just somehow wins the Super Bowl. So do you think he's looking at it like that? Like, hey, let me just grab players that is solid players that I can make my team. I'm finally a coach's team. Obviously, let me talk to the GM. Let's just get Tyreek Hill. Let's get two or some ribbons and let's go out there and really compete. But it's still Miami, like Miz said. So we'll see when they actually put in the work. It's kind of like how we can sit here and we can say that the Lions had an excellent draft. The Jets and the Giants had an excellent draft. And Giants fans are going to hate that I included us with that. But hey, those are the 3 shittiest teams for the last 10 years. So it's kind of like, let's hope that we can make something of it. Go right ahead, Jeff.
And I'll just for the AFC East, I think the Bills are obviously still the team to beat. I mean, I think the Bills are still the team to beat in the AFC East. I mean, as long as Josh Allen is there, McDermott's a good coach. They actually improved on defense, getting Von Miller, and they're going to get Tre'Davious White back at cornerback, so that's only going to help them. And they still have some really good players on offense. We also saw what Gabriel Davis did with that wide receiver position. Oh yeah, Stephon Diggs is really good. Plus
amazing.
James Cook addition on that running back is going to give them a little bit more of a running game. So I think they're going to come first. Buko's going to like this take. I think the Jets are going to be the number 2 team in that division. I think the Jets are going to have a top 10 offense. I really am doing strong on the New York Jets because I think Zach Wilson has got all the help he needs. I think he's going to emerge as one of the next good young quarterbacks. I like their offensive line, getting Laken Tomlinson at guard. Garrett Wilson, that guy is a demon of a wide receiver at Ohio State. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. I like Elijah Moore a lot in that slot. Corey Davis is a good number 2. He doesn't have to be the guy. He can just slot in as that good. He can slot in as a possession guy.
Thank you so much for joining tonight.
You added Breece Hall along with Michael Carter at running back.
Jake Ferguson, they added a lot of pieces, bro.
They added Rucker. They added Rucker with Uzama and Conklin. They have 3 good tight ends. I think the Jets are going to be the number 2 team in that division. I think the Dolphins are going to be number 3. I don't believe in Tua. I don't believe in Tua at all. Until this guy actually goes out and shows it to the entire world, I don't think
He's gonna
Tua's
do
going
it.
to be that great.
He's gonna
He's
do it.
slow it. He's going to slow him down. So I think they're going to be
He's gonna
third.
do
And
it.
hot take, Patriots are coming in last. Patriots are coming in last this year.
I want you to
I
get
think
to this real fast.
And that's
Chief.
weird because the Patriots usually be in like the top. That's crazy.
What's your thoughts on Austin Ellis? Because I know Tommy been dropping some knowledge right here. I don't know if you guys been following what he's been putting, but he's
Austin
been
Ellis is
talking
a
about a lot of
really good big
undrafted
tight
free
end.
agents.
Austin Allen.
Ellis.
Austin
Ellis.
Allen, you mean?
Ellis.
Maybe Allen, maybe Ellis, but Slay, you wanted to say
Austin
something?
Allen out of Nebraska.
Yeah. Nah, I was just gonna say I feel like Allen, he's a guy with really good size. He stands at 6'8", and him in open space and his blocking is, I think it's like next level type stuff. And I feel like if you paid attention to him last year, one thing you notice about his game is he's really good in space, especially if you give the ball into his hands within like 5 yards in traffic. That dude's a monster.
I love it.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I actually like him better than Bellinger. I all the tape I watched on this Allen kid.
Man, me
He's got
too,
size,
Jeff. Me
red
too.
zone target, and he gets open. He finds the holes in the defense, and I just like, dude, I like this kid a lot. I think this kid could be a surprise addition to this team.
No, but-
I actually think I like his tape a lot more than Bellinger's, and I like Bellinger's too. But I think this Allen kid is going to be a diamond.
I love it. And before you go, Miz, before you go, Miz, I just wanted to say this. This one thing before both of you guys go. You're just gonna say something real fast, Nas?
Yeah, I said, how y'all feel about Isaiah Likely?
Okay, but before you ask that and before Miz goes, I just wanted to say let's just wrap the AFC this stream, and maybe we all meet back here on Miz's channel, on Jeffy's channel, on some later on down the line this week, and then we go and we give our rankings on the NFC. Like we said, guys, this was just early rankings, but I think we should get into some draft talk again, and we'll probably wrap it up here soon. But I'll let I think Miz wants to say something, and then we'll get into Nas's.
Yeah, I want to say two guys we didn't speak of. Bellinger. When I watch his film and his highlights, right, he runs very smooth routes, and he catches the ball so smooth like a receiver. He doesn't move like a tight end. He moves like a wide receiver. It's crazy. If you watch his highlights, you will see how smooth he moves. And I said this in the 6th round, the Giants stole one of the steals of this draft, man. Okay, they got the linebacker Beaver from Cincinnati, who was a 3rd round talent, and they stole him in the 6th round. This guy's a throwback, a vicious linebacker, and I'm a sucker for those type of linebackers, man. So it's one of the best guys that I like in this draft that we got. Besides the top two guys that are obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I like that safety we got too, Benton. Old school, hard nose. You could put him on the line. He can blitz off the edge. He could even be a ball hawk in the back. I like that Benton kid a lot too. That safety out of Iowa. I think they got a lot of these types of old school type mentality guys that are going to fit Wink Martindale's system like a T. But I love Beavers. Beavers is going to be a steal to pick too.
Yeah, Darian Beavers is one of the most underrated linebackers in the class.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I couldn't believe we got him in the 6th. I couldn't believe 6th round. I couldn't believe it.
So,
yeah.
In terms of Likely, I do like Likely at the tight end. I think he's going to be a good complement to Andrew. But the question is, who's going to be their blocking tight end? Because Andrews is a good solid blocker, but he's going to be obviously more the receiver. Is it going to be Boyle? Is Boyle still going to be on the team? What about Kohler? You got Kohler as well.
Nick Boyle, and then
but Collier
guy, he could be anywhere.
Tight end, Jeff.
With that Falele guy, we could put him anywhere. Did y'all see where how they put him at fullback in Minnesota? Let him just drive through. Yeah, bro. We could put Falele anywhere. We can do anything. I love him with Harbaugh and Ed DaCosta did stuff like that in this draft. Like, I really wish the season was tomorrow. Like, oh my goodness, because
we all do.
Even with man. Like with y'all draft, like, oh my goodness, I really wish to see like like Madden, and I'm glad Madden comes way before the season.
Who's on?
I can get to enjoy Madden and stuff like that,
Who's Andre Miller?
Andre Miller?
Yeah.
Are you saying a football player?
The basketball player?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
No, football player.
Why? What happened?
Andre Miller? Was he not on the Texans or something? Or is he like?
Andre Miller just to continue
I
his
could not
football
tell you who that
journey
is.
with the New York Giants. I don't know who that is.
Don't know who that is.
What position does he play? What
Wide
position did you
receiver,
play,
I think.
Miz?
Yeah.
Wide receiver.
Did he sign with you guys?
Yes.
He must have been on the Texans a couple.
Oh, I see him. He's a wide receiver, a big wide receiver.
Because we signed
University
Baldwin.
of
Yeah, he
Maine.
went to Did he go to Nevada? Or
Who?
did he go to what's it called? Cal? I think it might have been.
Well, we
Free
signed
agent
Dalen
with
Baldwin out of Jackson State, but he was in Michigan his last year, so we signed another receiver earlier on, a 6'2", 220 wide receiver who was in Jackson State at first, but then he transferred to Michigan for his last year before he was eligible for the draft. So
Yeah, I know the
this
guy you're
other wide
talking about
receiver is
now,
news to
Miller.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking
Yeah,
about
we have that'd be
Andre
the second
Miller.
receiver we got.
Yeah, you're talking about Andre Miller, the receiver who wore number 10
Andre
for
Miller.
Georgetown.
Yep.
You're saying he played for the Black Bears.
Absolutely. But I was gonna say, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight and the panel, of course, joining us. And please go subscribe to all these great content creators' channels. I have to get me some dinner. So that being said, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Keep in mind, and keep locked into all these great channels. We'll be reviewing the Giants draft. We'll be talking about football. And if you're new here, please subscribe to all of them as well. Hit that notification button so you never hit the bell so you never miss a video. That being said, I am going to break down pick for pick with Joel Classified on Wednesday. So get tuned in. Grab your popcorn. We're going to break down pick for pick, and he's going to give his opinions on how he thinks he's going to utilize, how he thinks the Giants are going to utilize the players. And I want all you guys to come on and join in the show, and it's going to be a breakdown. I know tonight we kind of went all over the NFL. I love talking about the NFL, but on Wednesday it's going to be basically just we're going to tackle Tivron all the way to our last pick in the draft, and we're going to have a good 15-20 minute segment of each player. We're going to tell you guys some fun facts about them, and we're going to fully break them down. So tune into that. I'm going to let everybody have 2 minutes, plug their next video, plug their channels. Where can they find you guys? And let's start off with Jeff. Let's move over to Miz.
Well, you can find me on.
There you go ahead, Jeff. Sorry,
Well, you can find me over on. Damn it, Zion! I'm just kidding. Well, you can find me over at NYG Jeffy T 3285. I cover the Giants, the New York Mets, the Brooklyn Nets. Let's not talk about them that much because of what they did. And I also do some WWE wrestling stuff. I do some some food stuff at times just for fun. Also, some other little things. And I just want to say thank you very much to everybody out there that's helped supported me since I first started my channel last month, helping me get over 100 subscribers. So thank you very much. I'm going to put out an appreciation video sometime tomorrow to thank everybody that was there when I first started my channel and everybody that's back behind me. So I want to say thank you for that. And I hope everybody has a great night.
Real fast before you go, Miz. Yes, guys, please sub up to Jeff. Also, the next live, we're probably gonna have the Big Blue Crew live. They do their thing on Tuesdays. Yeah, I believe it might be on Joel's Pat's
Man Cave,
channel.
yeah.
Man Cave. So we got that, and then we'll be here on Wednesday at 10 o'clock Pacific. 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern. Then I'm going to be hopping on the Giant Zone podcast. We're figuring out a new name for that with CJ and Logan over on Logan's channel at night. So you can catch us there. But yeah, tune into the community, man, and hit that sub button. Everybody here, we really appreciate you coming through, Tommy, and holding down the chat tonight. Let's get it, Miz.
All right. Everything's good. That's it. I got nothing else really to say. We had a great draft. I'm excited, but we got a long way till the season. So it is what it is.
So if you're not going to do it, everybody go down to the link, click on the Miz's channel. This guy makes some of the best content, humble. And he's all from the heart. He's so humble, and he's great. So
I'm so hungry.
Please
put it in
go.
the chat.
Stop it, man. He's hungry as well. Let's get it. Nah, let's go. 2 minutes. Plug what you need to plug, bro.
You guys can follow me on YouTube, Flock Productions, and if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's Nas Trust Nas 8. I'm dropping some new NFL videos, gaming videos, stuff of that nature.
What's your YouTube again?
Flock Productions.
Trust Nas 8.
My
Flock
YouTube channel is
Productions, okay.
Flock Productions.
Scroll up in the chat and
I
you'll
like
find
the
it.
name
You'll
Flock
find it up in the
Productions,
chat
Ravens
on the
Flock.
video, Miss.
Flock Productions with the Baltimore Ravens sign.
Yup.
Yeah, the shield logo.
I got it.
Yeah.
I just subscribed.
Thank you. Yeah, so
I'm gonna subscribe in a second.
yeah, that's basically it.
Go to my channel,
Yeah,
LGZ
mine.
Promotions. My voice is
Just
shot. I
subscribe
sound like
too.
Elaine Campbell. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. He was yelling the whole weekend, guys. Let's
yeah,
get it.
you go. You good. That boy fly out the head.
Get some
Let's
tea,
get it,
young
Slay. Where
man.
can these guys find you at?
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for having me on. Zion.
You by yourself.
In general, it was just a good day. Good week with the draft.
Go Giants. Let's get it.
And I just, as Miz said, I just could not ask for the NFL season to start quicker.
Hell yeah, Adrian.
Thank you for having me, Zion. I know we're going to start doing podcasts soon. Me and
Yes,
you.
yes.
I've been wanting to do it, so I just got back from my honeymoon. I got married 2 weeks ago, so you guys can find me.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. And you guys can find me, Adrian Sports, 4177. I'll talk about any team, whether Broncos, Mavericks, or I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. I'm a baseball fan, so it doesn't matter. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, anytime. And yes, we're gonna do a podcast soon. Me and Adrian is thinking about podcasts to do with each other. It's been in the works for here about 3-4 months now. So we're just coming up with the idea. He had his wedding, so now that he's married and now that my life is kind of like settling down where I can get back on my grind, you're gonna see a lot of videos here. And starting
Just
off,
up to you, man.
you're probably
Thank you, man.
You're probably gonna get a Moonlight reaction here. Moonlight's almost done. I've been watching it. It's a great series. I'll probably do a series reaction to the episodes here soon for the next video. And then, yeah, we can catch the breakdown with me and Joel and the guys if they want to call in on Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for calling in. Thank you guys so much for being here in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everybody on here, you guys have a blessed night. Everybody in the chat, you guys have a blessed night. And, yeah, let's go, Giants.
Thanks for having me, Zion.
Anytime, bro.
Thank you, Zion.